JDev is back at it, here to give everyone another Game of Thrones Season 2 episode reaction video. Before I get into that, though, extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Game of Thrones, or you're just not sure, then you should probably take the initiative and pay attention to the episode title, which, of course, I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case, you find it that you're not caught up, it would be a recommendation of mine that you don't finish watching this video to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode number 7. The title of this episode is called A Man Without Honor. This is going to be my reaction review recap after just finishing watching the episode. Sansa awakens from a nightmare to find out that she has had her first period. Oh boy. Meaning, of course, she can now bear Joffrey's children. Sansa tries to get rid of the evidence, and Shae also tries to help conceal the blood that is on the sheet. But the Hound has discovered the sheet, and Cersei tells Sansa it will be impossible for her to love Joffrey because Joffrey is a psychopath. He's got problems. And to find comfort in their children instead. Tyrion tells Cersei his doubts about Joffrey's plan to repeal Stannis' fleet. And Cersei confesses to Tyrion her belief that Joffrey is punishment for her incest with Jaime. But Lannisters have always been involved with incest for years. Generations of Lannisters. So it's not just Cersei and Jaime. But nevertheless, Jon Snow searches for his companions. And the captive Ygritte tells him life would be a lot better with the wildlings. She teases his sexual inexperience, and he actually rebuffs her advances. Now, Ygritte escapes, and Jon is unable to find her until she reveals he is surrounded by wildlings. Oh boy. Tywin orders Sir Gregor Clegane, the Mountain, to find Lorc's killer, believing the murder was an attempt on his own life, which is not the case. And then dining with Arya, Tywin deduces she is a highborn and advises her to hide her status more carefully. I kind of like Tywin and Arya together. They're not bad. Robb hears Alton Lannister's unfavorable reply to the peace terms brought to Cersei, and with his prisons full, orders Alton to be placed with Jaime. Now, Talisa agrees to accompany Robb to the keg for medical supplies. Jaime kills Alton to draw the jailer, Torrhen Karstark, into the pen, strangling him before fleeing. Now, Jaime is actually recaptured, and Lord Rickard Karstark demands his head for murdering his son, but Catelyn, Lady Stark, delays the execution until Robb's return. Confronting Jaime, Catelyn calls him a man without honor, and Jaime bitterly explains the contradictions he faced in his vow as a knight. He provokes Catelyn, who asks for Brienne's sword. Now, Daenerys has difficulty trusting Arrow, who claims he did not take her dragons. Vowing to find them, Jorah confronts Quaithe, who tells him that the person who stole the dragons is with Daenerys. At a meeting of the 13, Pyat Pree tells Daenerys that he has her dragons in the House of the Undying, and Arrow proclaims himself King of Qarth, as Pree, having multiplied himself around the room, assassinates the remaining 13, and Daenerys flees with Jorah and Corvaro. Now, realizing Osha has fled with Bran, Rickon, and Hodor, Theon beats Lauren for challenging him and hunts for the fugitives against Maester Luwin's wishes, following the trail of Bran and Rickon. Now, they do trace them to a farm where Dagmir finds evidence that the Starks have been there, and then returning from the hunt, Theon then reveals the charred remains of two boys as a public warning, and the episode ends with Maester Luwin crying out in horror for Bran and Rickon, while Theon struggles to hide his remorse. And that's, of course, how the episode ends. So, a little slow at times, but things developed the story. It was pretty good. The tactics Jamie was using against Catelyn were crazy. He just doesn't care at this point. I liked it for the most part. I'm going to give the episode a score of an 8.6 out of 10. The character of the episode, a lot of these episodes, there's a little moments for here and there for each character. I think Jaime Lannister had the biggest moment, although Theon, I could probably give it to Theon too, but I just gave it to him a couple episodes ago, or was it the last episode? I don't remember. But I'm going to give it to Jaime Lannister. So you've heard the information that I've given. You know what I think about the episode. Now it's your turn. I want your feedback. First of all, if you're a fan of the Game of Thrones, whether or not you like the last couple seasons, that's up for debate. I happen to like them for the most part. But if you're a fan, you need to make sure that you smash that like button. We want double-digit likes if we can. If you know anybody that would be interested in this, go ahead and share the video with them. Don't forget to leave me a lot of comments. Tell me what you thought about the episode if you can remember. If you remember how good it was, the score of the episode, or how bad it was in case you disagree. Or if you want to talk about any other Game of Thrones episodes, any other Game of Thrones characters that you like or dislike, that's fine. Just leave all that stuff in the comments section. I'll reply to every comment, assuming I don't get an overwhelming number of comments. You know what? I'll reply to every comment regardless. It might take me 24 hours sometimes, though. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.